points this year, but I think he gets his first Lucas Oil win of the 2026 season from P2, James.
What's Drake Troutman's biggest career win in the late model? I don't think he's won at 25K or more. Has he been, Shelton? I'm going to go with the 22 star for G.R. Smith.
Yeah, not in a late model, right, Ben?
No,
not
sir.
in a late model. A modified, yes, right?
Yeah.
He'll get it done here tonight, and his second career win. Look at all those wins. Overton, Shepard, O'Neill, Moran, McCready, Thornton, Davenport in the top 10. Ferguson has never won. He starts 10th. Shirley's never won, starts 7th. Drake has that win at Lernerville a few years ago. You about ready to go? 50 laps, 25,000. We're going to go. Oh, for the first time.
For the first time this week.
Are you ready?
Hey, this is a salute to you, the greatest race fans in the world. And we ask you to stay seated during the event, but for this, we want you to stand up. Let's send these drivers off with a wave, ladies and gentlemen. It's the final night of racing action here at Ocala, and it's the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series coming at you 4 wide.
Ecker thinks it's going to widen out. We're going to go 4 wide to widen it out, aren't we?
I love it. I love everything about it. All right, the field starts to take shape. We ask you to take your seats. Give those young race fans and your fellow friends around you a good and clear view of the racing action here at Ocala Speedway this evening as we take a look at that Donago Power Sports, Dave Warren Power Sports drone from high above the Ocala Speedway.
See him parked out there on the highway. Coming in here, Bubba Clem. All right, 50 laps. Ben will talk to the top 3 on the Big River Steel podium. Here tonight, points paying race number 5 for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And we're going to buzz off a little bit out there. No track prep again once we got started again. About an inch and a half of rain here yesterday. It seemed like it rained a little bit more than that, but see how it goes here in this A main. Ben Shelton will be reporting for the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pick. Make sure to get your favorite Heartbeat Hot Sauce. Go to heartbeathotsauce.com or on Amazon. And Drake Troutman
Piqued my curiosity on the biggest late model win for Drake Troutman. Last year he got, I think, 20K at Peevely with the World of Outlaws, if I'm not mistaken. So 25,000 tonight would be his biggest in a late model anyway, I think.
And Brandon Overton has never won here at Ocala before he heads to his favorite, one of his favorite tracks, Golden Isles next. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it. 25 cars, 50 laps, and a $25,000 payday on the line. Drake Troutman on the pole, Brandon Overton on the outside, and in the Ace Duran Hauling and Rigging starting zone, we are underway.
O'Neill, the winner here on Thursday night, started in 9th out of turn number 2. And they all make it through 1 and 2. Into turn number 3 to the dog leg. Brandon over to the Budweiser 76 for Scott Riggs. Riggs Motorsports off at turn number 4. He'll lead lap number 1 here tonight.
Second spot, Hudson O'Neill, Drake Troutman third, Brandon Shepard fourth, and Timmy McCready will round out the top 5 in a clean first lap. Here at Ocala, Brendan Smith gets out of line down in 1 and 2 near the back of the field, but everybody stays clean and green, and Overton out front at the end of lap number 2.
They're still hauling the mail here tonight. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Pressure for the lead. Here comes O'Neill in on Overton. Well, we used to have Jimmy Owens as the O-Show. We miss seeing him out here, but right now the O-Show over to O'Neill into 1. And O'Neill goes to that top shelf. 3 in the books. DJ here tonight. Good battle for the lead. And it turns into the dog leg into 3.
Top 2 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points run 1 and 2. Hudson O'Neill comes into the event with a, I believe, a 30-point advantage over, Moran's now second on the points over third. Brandon Overton and James, they are running warp speeds around this racetrack. They are only about 1 lap away from catching the tail end of the field in this 50-lapper.
Out of turn number 2 right there. We got a car off the pace headed to the infield. Out of this one is the 79 of Corey Hedgecock. He'll into Golden Isles right there next week for Billy Hicks. But meanwhile, out of turn number 4 as we score lap number 6, it's the leader plus 3. Green so far. Out at 2, it's 76, 71, 22 star, and 1 Brandon Shepard all together into turn number 3.
Yeah, and this is where business picks up at Ocala, right? Whenever you get to the tail end of the field, especially on a racetrack like we have here tonight, where Mother Nature dropped over an inch and a half of rain here just 24 hours ago. Drake Troutman got a good run down in 1 and 2. He snuck a nose down to the inside of the 71 of O'Neal. O'Neal going to do the same to Brandon Overton up front, but it's still B.O., your race leader in this one, 8 in the books.
He tried to make quick work of the 93 of Corey Lawler. He does. Here comes O'Neal, Troutman, and then Shepard. Then it's McCready, Moran, Shirley, Thornton, Ferguson. Jonathan Davenport runs 10th as O'Neal now clears Lawler. As right now, Brandon Overton, 0.6 of a second to lead for the Budweiser 76 down the back straightaway.
Yeah, and that Budweiser 76 has got about 1 lap to breathe, and then he's going to catch another handful of cars at the tail end of the field. And it's some pretty good ones with Josh Rice and Kyle Bronson being the next drivers to go 1 lap down. Meanwhile, Drake Troutman, Rocket 1, trying to work their way around the 93 of Corey Lawler, and that's allowed the lead duo of Overton and O'Neal to stretch themselves out to about a 1.2 second advantage with 11 in the books.
And Troutman needs, the 93 car and the Hellraiser Jack's caution is out for the first time in this race with a Hanover, Pennsylvania driver. And let's see, we'll go back probably to lap 10 as we only got 2 across the stripe there, DJ.
Yeah, unofficially 10 laps scored and 40 laps remaining as you see Lawler stuck down there on the inside of the racetrack at the beginning of the front straightaway. This one's been all Brandon Overton since the drop of the green flag, but he has not had it easy as Hudson O'Neal is continuously knocked on the back door. O'Neal rides second, Drake Troutman third. Fourth is Brandon Shepard, and Tim McCready will round out the top 5. We'll take a look at the FK Rod Ends instant replay.
Trying to get around the 93 car.
Just, boy, very, very similar to what we saw last night with Kyle Bronson and the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. Ever so slight contact in the right rear, and the 93 slides down to the inside of the racetrack in front of a near capacity crowd here at Ocala Speedway.
And Lawler down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in, let's see, his dad Poncho down there. Again, no tires down. Gets no courtesy laps. 10 in the books officially. It's Overton, O'Neal, Troutman, Shepard, and McCready. So on the Delaware double file, O'Neal picks the top on Troutman. Again, McCready was the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger here 2 nights ago. Troutman, I believe, opening night was the Hoker Trucking Hard Charger, right? And then Shirley on Wednesday night. Brian right now runs in 7th.
So 10 laps in, 40 laps to go. As you mentioned, James, it's Overton, O'Neal, Troutman, Shepard, McCready, the top 5. Moran, Shirley, Thornton, Ferguson, Davenport, the top 10. Then it's Blair, Turbo, Boom, Ryan Montgomery, and Clay Harris rounding out the top 15. 10 scored, 40 to go. Green waves once again in the Ace Duran restart zone.
Well, O'Neal and Moran and Shepard have each won twice. Overton trying to break into victory lane. He only won 4 overall races a year ago. His last Lucas Oil win was last May at Circle City in Indianapolis, but he's led the first 11 circuits here tonight in Ocala.
Yeah, he looks really good at the front of the field. Meanwhile, on that lap, Devin Moran was able to work by Tim McCready, so bump the defending series champ up 1 spot into a top 5. Meanwhile, Turbo with a good run down the back straightaway. As you see, the Best Performance Motorsports #1 pop into your screen. He was 11th 1 lap ago. This time by, the driver of the green '1 will move up into the top 10.
Brandon Overton right now looking good. Again, he has never won here at Ocala. His first 2 tracks we go at this year, Alltech and Ocala, not some of his favorites. But he's looking forward to Golden Isles, but he wants to go to Golden Isles on Wednesday night with 25K in his pocket as he comes off at turn 4. 14 complete here tonight.
Yeah, and only 1 driver out of this one, James. It's Corey Hedgecock, and that means it's only going to take about 6 or 7 laps of green flag racing for your leaders, Brandon Overton and Hudson O'Neal, to once again catch up to the tail end of the field. They continue to run 1 and 2, and O'Neal not letting Overton out of the crosshairs. 0.4 of a second, the advantage the last time by for the Riggs Motorsports '76.
Right now, they're about 5 car lengths behind Lawler, the tail end of the field as they come off at turn number 4. Right on the bottom is Overton. O'Neal had that top working the other night down the back straightaway. Here comes Troutman, here comes Shepard. Back to a 4-car battle for lead around the dog leg. Brandon Overton has led the first 17 laps here tonight at Ocala, and now he's behind the 93 of Lawler.
And Hudson O'Neal trying to find a way around right now, but it's also allowed the 22 Star and the Rocket 1 to both close in once again. We've seen this movie before just a few laps ago. 18 scored this time by, and now Brandon Overton has once again reached the tail end of the field, and once again Corey Lawler be the first driver to go one lap down.
It is still hammered down into turn 3. Now O'Neal down on the bottom. There you see Shepard. There you see Troutman. It is still the 76 car out in front. Coming up on 5 laps shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. O'Neal looking for an avenue. On the bottom, he takes a peek on the 76. Out in turn 4, Brandon Overton still out in front with 20 laps complete.
James Overton's trying to utilize the inside of the racetrack, specifically down in 1 and 2, to work around Corey Lawler, but the speed of this racetrack is just unable to let the 76 go by. But when he moves to the inside, Hudson O'Neal stays high, and that allows Hud to get a good run on the race leader. And now Brandon Shepard looks down to the inside of Drake Troutman. That's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on your screen.
Moran runs 5th, 6th is McCready, 7th Thornton, 8th Davenport, 9th Shirley, 10th is Tyler, and the Hellraiser Jack's caution out with a 58 of Garrett Alberson.
Also trouble for the 12 of Ryan Montgomery as he makes the left-hand turn into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. 21 laps scored, 29 laps remaining in this one. A $25,000 payday on the line, and it's been all Brandon Overton since the drop of the green.
And guys, Garrett Alberson pulls in, immediately takes the gloves off as they're going to push him down. Race car very, very hot. This engine, you can smell it down here. Not a trail of fluid, so to speak, but you can smell it. That race car very hot. So we'll try to get an update from Garrett Alberson out of the race here tonight. It has just not been the start to the year that Alberson had hoped for.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. So tough break for Garrett Alberson in the 58, currently 14th in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series point standings, and that team will regroup and look ahead to Golden Isle Speedway coming up here on Wednesday night.
And again, starting on Thursday for points, we'll be racing on Wednesday. Ryan Montgomery down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, Ben. Is he out of the race, or is they working on the car?
Yeah,
yes,
no
Ben,
sense of urgency down there for Montgomery's car, so he pulls his helmet off out of this one tonight as well.
21 down, 4 shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. It was 4/10 of a second last time around for Overton. O'Neal picks the top on Troutman. Then you have Shepard, Moran, McCready, Thornton, Davenport, Shirley 9th. Tyler Erb is now 10th at the H. Duran Hauling and Rigging restart zone. Over to turn number 4. It's still Brandon Overton showing the way. Troutman trying to get around O'Neal.
Boy, they hop through turns 1 and 2. A good restart for the Rig 76 of Brandon Overton as he immediately puts about 4, maybe 5 car lengths between himself and Hudson O'Neal. And again, now with those 2 drivers out, James, still looks like 22 drivers on the racetrack. So I anticipate about 7 or 8 laps of green flag racing. And Overton will once again catch the tail end of this field.
Still turning. The last lap was 14-1. That was in qualifying mode the last couple of nights. Meanwhile, off the paces, Boom breaks at 99B. And the Bear Lake, Pennsylvania veteran, he calls it a night here.
Tough break for Boom as he had a good qualifying effort. He goes down to the infield, still 0.5 of a second. The advantage for Brandon Overton over Drake Troutman, Brandon Shepard, and Devin Moran as you look at 5th, 6th, and 7th there on your screen this time by. Hellraiser Jack's halfway, 25 in the books, 25 laps to go for Brandon Overton.
Tail end of the field enters turn number 3. It's about 4 car lengths to lead Brandon Overton over Hudson O'Neal. Drake Troutman is 3rd. Brandon Shepard 4th. Devin Moran runs in 5th. Into turn number 1. Here comes 76, 71, 22 and 1, trying to get back in it. Tough break last night for Brandon Shepard. Had a flat tire down. Off at turn number 4, Brandon Overton looking for his first win since early May last year at Circle City in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He's been in front for 27 laps.
Yes, he has, and he continues to. They all continue to push that groove up the racetrack, and he's now on the same half straightaway as the tail end of the field. 22 laps to go in this one as they click them off at a pretty good clip here, James, as there's a look at the 93 of Corey Lawler and your race leader, the 76 of Brandon Overton.
The first 2 at about 14.4, then Troutman and Shepard at a 14.6. Brandon Overton down the back straightaway. He'll have to negotiate the 93 accordingly. Lawler, he'll squeeze there on the bottom. Here comes O'Neill. He'll follow suit off at turn number 4. In the 120, and make it 30 laps complete, 20 to go for the Evans, Georgia driver.
Battle on the right side of your screen for P3 as Drake Troutman slips a little high off the second corner. That opens up the door for Brandon Shepard. Troutman, though, will have the advantage off the fourth corner. He'll have to run on the outside of Lawler. He stays in that third spot. That battle happens a second and a half behind the lead duo, Brandon Overton and Hudson O'Neill. And James, don't look now. That lead duo on the left side of your screen, they've once again caught the tail end of the field. Next driver to go a lap down will be the 22 of Daniel Hilsebeck.
Down the back straightaway, 32 laps complete, 18 to go. O'Neill looking for the size up the lead. Brandon Overton is led from the top of the green flag. He is right there into turn number 1. And O'Neill, as Overton slips up a little bit out of turn number 2, they're going to go side by side for the race lead into turn number 3. As we work lap 34, Overton still has it out at turn 4, and he'll hang on for another lap.
Absolutely. Brandon Overton going to try to find a way around as he hops through turns 1 and 2. Try to find a way around that 22 of Hilsebeck. You got to wonder if this maybe isn't one of those scenarios where the second place car is maybe in a little better position as he can try to pick a line or even use the lap car as a pick. 15 laps to go in this one. Hudson O'Neill trying to mount another charge, but he drifts up off corner 2 and opens up the door for Troutman.
Troutman gave him a shot there. Got really close. Held back there. Meanwhile, Overton, you worry about breaking a drive shaft or a J-bar, bouncing that bad right or a shock. And right now, 76 as O'Neill slips up again. Troutman is there. Shepard 4th, Moranis 5th. Right now, we're working lap 37. And we got a car slowing up for turn number 2. And the Hellraiser Jack's caution is out.
Man, it's going to be Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois in the 3S as Lady Luck deals him another bad hand during the Florida-Georgia Speed Weeks as he is stopped on the back straightaway, and that brings out the Hellraiser Jack's caution flag for the 3rd time here tonight. 36 laps in the books. 14 laps remaining, and a $25,000 payday awaits the winner of this one.
Update from the last Hellraiser Jack's caution that we had. Ryan Montgomery, oil temperature, and Garrett Alberson, mechanical failure on the 58 car.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. Brian Shirley going to try to limp the 3S down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit and come to the attention of his crew.
Does he have a tire?
Right rear, yep, right rear tire.
So he will get Curtis lap. Shirley was running in 9th, so he's running in 3rd last night, had a tire down. So the Bob and Lisa Cullen 3S in his first full year in the Lucas Oil Series, Ben.
And we may have some more action as teams are getting ready down here on pit road. And a lot of guys taking a look at these race cars. Brandon Overton slow around the racetrack. His team has a tire ready. Does Overton have a tire going down or not? The crew is ready just in case. And your leader looks like he's about to make his way down to the hot pit. The crew, now they're waving him off. Oh, wow.
It's a left rear, Ben, is flat.
That tire is down. Wow.
Oh, man. What a tough break for your race leader, Brandon Overton. He's been the leader since the drop of the green flag, and you can see it right there, a flat left rear on the Riggs Motorsports 76, and he is going to have to come into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
And you guys, you'll wonder, as much bouncing as they've done, and this could be concerns for other guys, is that what made that left rear tire go flat?
Yeah, we talked about J-bars and drive shafts. You can knock the tire off the rim. There's a 76 down to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit in control. He has led every lap. 36 scored, 14 remaining. So Neal will inherit the lead. Troutman will be 2nd, Shepard 3rd, and we'll still have Delaware double file restarts in this race. Up until, 5 to go.
Guys, Dan Ebert's made his way down here. Brian Shirley back on track. Dan Ebert, a flat left rear tire. There's a theme right now as Ebert's going to get a new left rear tire on car 60.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. Great job down there in the infield. Right now, your Hoker Trucking hard charger, the 40B of Kyle Bronson, started 25th up to 16th in this one, and will actually be up another spot or 2 after these drivers have come in for flat tires.
It's like a night at East Bay, the right side of these race cars, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be
Called that one.
O'Neill, Troutman, Shepard third, Moran fourth, McCready fifth, Thornton sixth, seventh is Davenport, eighth is Blair, ninth is Turbo, 10th is Ferguson. Is that what you have?
Yes, that's what I have.
So Overton was leading, flat left rear, Shirley flat right rear, we're running ninth.
And Dan Ebert was running 14th, and he had a flat left rear as well. So we'll re-rack them and get back to green flag racing the next time around. 36 laps are in the books, 14 laps remain. Hudson O'Neill now leads, and Drake Troutman, as you mentioned, James, will choose the outside lane on this Delaware double file restart.
Everybody still running is on the lead lap, so they will not have the advantage of going in front of lapped cars.
Hey guys, a quick update. They do think the bouncing, that's what's cut these tires down. There's nothing that's cut them. They just think it's knocked them off the wheels.
All right, great insight there, Ben. Going to go back to green flag racing in the Ace Duran restart zone this time. Hudson O'Neill inherits the lead with 14 to go.
Good restart for Rocket 1. They go into 1. Here comes Marin on the bottom, and Shepard's going to go to second as Troutman drops back to fourth. Down the back straightaway, here comes McCready, and behind him Thornton, but up front Hudson O'Neill with the lead, and Troutman jumps the cushion as Moran is going to third in 99.
Troutman jumped the cushion. Thornton jumped the cushion as well. The 20RT lost wholesale positions in
Max
trouble
Blair
again for the 76 of Brandon Overton. He stays on it though. He got way above the cushion, slowed way down in turns 1 and 2, but he gathers back up and we stay green.
Where did Max Blair come from? Max Blair
Centerville,
up to
Pennsylvania.
6th, the 111 as he's gotten around. Those behind him there as we work lap number 39. It's 71 O'Neill, 1 Shepard, 99 Moran, and the Hellraiser Jacks caution is out for Carson Ferguson here on the main straightaway.
Flat
he
right
too
rear.
has a right rear down.
Flat right rear, there you see it. The Lincolnton, North Carolina driver draws the Hellraiser Jacks caution with 11 laps remaining in this one. So a good restart for the Rocket 1 on the 99, moved them up to second and third. Troutman fell back to fourth. McCready now rounds out the top 5. Max Blair, you called it, James, from 11th up to 6th. Jonathan Davenport 7th. Tyler Erb 8th. Carson Ferguson was running 9th. That'll move Brendan Smith up to 9th, and Ricky Thornton Jr., who jumped the cushion on that restart as well, now rounds out the top 10 as Carson Ferguson makes his way to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Yeah, and it's a flat right rear tire on the 93 car, the Payor Motorsports entry. They'll get it up on the jack, and they'll get him back with a new right rear tire. Guys, 12 laps to go, and you got to wonder, all these front runners have battled the same adversity that we've seen some of these other guys go by the wayside. What kind of concern possibly in these final 12 laps with $25,000 on the line?
Yeah, thank you, Ben. Those go back to lap 38. Did not get the leader +3, so 12 to go. It'll still be Delaware double file restart.
Hey, you called it earlier. This race cars kind of looks like an East Bay night, right? At the old East Bay Raceway Park with the heavy track conditions, the mud caked up the side of these race cars as well. Talk about a throwback memory. Boy, there's a great look at it right there. Look at the side of that Ratliff Racing 11 of Josh Rice. Over 1.5 inches of rain fell here in Marion County less than 24 hours ago.
Give Castleberry some more ideas on power washing if we've got a power washer sponsor come on board. So it's O'Neill, great restart as you mentioned, Brandon Shepard to the second spot, and then Troutman got a little bit high out there, and then Moran is going to third. McCready's right there in 5th.
And oh, by the way, Kyle Bronson continues his march through the field. He is the Hoker Trucking hard charger at this point. He started dead last with an emergency provisional. He started 25th, and KB40 now finds himself running in position number 12.
Again, they get regular points for each position they're in, but they only get money past the start money here tonight. He's looking for those points because he's 7th right now in the points. On that restart, Brian Shirley is up to 17th, and Overton's back in 20. Man, that's going to be a hard luck award, right, for Brandon Overton here. The power move of the race, I'm not sure. That might have been Brandon Shepard that last restart, right? We can do that anytime we want to. The Victory Fuel Power Move of the race.
We still got 12 laps. We could have another one as well.
Yep.
So Hudson O'Neal, the winningest dirt late model driver in the country 2 months into 2026, finds himself out front in this when he does come into this race. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points leader, 2017 Series Rookie of the Year, and the 2023 Series champ, as crews remain at the top of turns 1 and 2, clearing maybe a little bit of debris off the top side of this 3/8 mile oval. Second, Brandon Shepard, 5-time World of Outlaws champ, looking for his first Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series championship. And running third, the defending series champ, that Roger Sellers own number 99, Devin Moran.
Rob Penrod, the furled green flag next time around at the Ace Duran Hauling and Rigging restart zone. 12 to go. It's O'Neal, Shepard, Moran, Troutman, McCready, your top 5. Max Blair has come up to 6th. Davenport, Turbo, and then Brendan Smith. Shout out to him in the 19M. He's got a top 10 so far. We'll see if he can hold on to the end as they come out of turn 4, Dustin. As we will take the green, as we'll start lap 39 of 50. Here they come.
12 laps remaining in this one. We'll see who gets the jump in that second spot. Devin Moran. Will he take it away from the Rocket One? Yes, he will. Down the back straightaway. It'll be official at the scoring loop. Moran started 5th. He's up to 2nd. 11 laps to go in this one.
Around this 3/8 mile oval out of turn number 2. Devin Moran, the reigning Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series national champion. 10 laps to go. O'Neal, Moran, Shepard, McCready, Davenport has climbed to 5th at 49.
This thing's getting interesting down in 3 and 4, James. Some drivers at the back of the field, Josh Rice and some others, really widening this racetrack out down in 3 and 4. Rice also able to get a good run down the back straightaways. You can see how high up that groove is pushed and how big the berm is. Now 9 laps to go, and Hudson O'Neal is stretched out to 0.8 of a second over the rest of the field.
Bronson from dead last to 9th.
Oh my.
40B as they come off at turn number 4. Keeping on the number 1, Tyler Erb may have a...
he pulled in.
He's out of the race.
He pulled in. He's in the infield. We stay green flag racing. 7 laps to go. Does Devin Moran have anything for Hudson O'Neal? That time by O'Neal, 0.2 quicker, 1.1 seconds the advantage. But
Shepard may have a problem, DJ. Shepard may have a problem. He's off the pace. It looks like he may have a tire down in the Rocket One. Man, oh man, oh man. Your 3rd place car, Ben Shelton. It's a right rear tire down. Saw it going into 1. McCready tried to make a move to the outside. And the 1 off the pace to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit.
Yeah, if you remember a few nights ago, he had another top 5 run going. Flat tire forced him into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. And yeah, right rear flat on the Rocket One. 7-lap dash to the checkers. Does Dev have anything for Huddy?
We'll find out. 5th caution flag of the race, and that's another tough break for a front runner. So Brandon Shepard will have to fall to the tail end of the field, and still, I believe, James, 18 cars on the racetrack. And that'll also give another spot to Kyle Bronson, actually fallen back the last couple laps. I'm telling you, that high side down in 3 and 4, man, Josh Rice was really running it to perfection. As a matter of fact, he had just moved into the top 10 that last time by after starting back in 21st.
Just got that vision of Florence Speedway, right?
Yes, that's right.
Right now he is in the 10th. Thornton is 9th. Bronson's back to 11th. Clay Harris is 12th, as we'll check that out. So, man, another hard, there's so many hard luck awards we can give tonight. Brandon Overton, by the way, is 18th. Brian Shirley's 14th. So Brandon Shepard, your 3rd place car, saw it going in at turn number 1.
And as we just talked about, Josh Rice, does he have an issue on the Ratliff Racing number 11 as he is slowing on the inside of the speedway over in turn number 2.
So Rice's first full year to National Touring Series, 3-time Northern All-Star champion, 2-time Ralph Latham Memorial winner. Let's see here. Again, that's a car they bought from Carson Brown. Randall Edwards had tuned on it. He was the crew chief for Carson Brown the last couple of years, and looks like he is going to have a push in the 11 car. I guess we could do the all makes collision in turn 2, right?
Yeah,
So we can do it at any point in the racetrack, right? So he's going to get a push, and he is not underpass. He's not There's no power.
Man, tough break, because again, he was kind of coming through the field on the high side, especially down in three. Well, really off, he was getting that run on the high side off corner number 2 and was carrying that momentum to continue running the high side down in 3 and 4. But unfortunately, as you mentioned, it looks like his night might be finished. Now, worth mentioning, it's a 50-lap race, less than 10 laps to go. That means it's a single file restart as they've shut the caution lights off, and we're going to go green this time by.
So Rice out of the race. The Ace Duran hauling and rigging restart zone. 7 laps for $25,000. O'Neill, Moran, Shepard, McCready, Davenport. Single file into turn number 1.
Does Devin Moran have anything for Hudson O'Neill? Tim McCready now up to 3rd. Does he have anything for the lead duo? Davenport 4th, and O'Neill lets it hang out high, wide, and handsome down in 3 and 4, 6 to go.
O'Neill 6 overall wins this year, looking for number 7. He would push his season winnings overall in the last couple of months to nearly $150,000 as he comes off at turn number 4.
Hudson O'Neill, 5 fingers in the air, 5 laps remaining in this one, 0.8 of a second. The advantage for the driver of the SSI Motorsports, number 71. Lap traffic won't be an issue with just 4 laps left to go in this one, and 17 drivers still on the racetrack. Lead holds steady for the 71 at 0.8.
Bronson from the tail to 8th. Thornton is 9th, 10th is Clay Harris. Down the main straightaway, O'Neill. 3 laps to go. Devin Moran is 9/10 of a second back in 99. 3rd remains McCready. Off at turn number 4. Give him 2 to go for the Martinsville, Indiana driver.
Yeah, Hudson O'Neill has added 1/10 of a second each of the last couple laps. Brandon Overton off the pace down the back straightaway. Is he going to nurse that car into the infield? He does. We stay green this time by. Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Final time around for your leader, Hudson O'Neill.
Right now, 1.2 seconds out of turn number 2. He ain't letting out of it, is he? He is still hammered down the back straightaway, and he's got about a 10-12 car length lead as he brings it off at turn number 4, and he goes back-to-back at Ocala, winning $25K here tonight, Hudson O'Neill.
2nd, Devin Moran. 3rd, Tim McCready. 4th, Jonathan Davenport, and Drake Troutman will round out the top 5. A good run for Brendan Smith
yes,
from
sir.
16th to 6th. Max Blair 7th. Unofficially, your Hooker Trucking Hard Charger Kyle Bronson from 25th up to 8th. Then it was Ricky Thornton Jr. 9th, and Clay Harris from 18th will round out the top 10 at 8:43 p.m. local time.
Well, he started 9th here 2 nights ago. Got the win started 4th here tonight. He'll go to the Longacre scales to make it official. Normally $23.50 throughout qualifying heats in a B main. Minimum weight, so take 50 off that, $2,300. They'll check group. And the 71 car, Jason Durham turning the wrenches on that car. On the crew is Riley Sheedy, Logan Scott, and Kyle Daly. And Clements Power Plant under the hood of that Longhorn 71. 7th win overall this year. Last year, when he won 12, did you say?
Yes.
Year overall.
Yeah. Now he's won 7. Pending, of course, the Longacre Racing Products tech and scale area. $23.50, the minimum weight requirement in a dirt late model. And with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, there is a pound per lap burn off. So a 50-lap race means that he must weigh 2,300, and I don't know that's going to be an issue here tonight. As you see the long Congo line, making that right-hand turn off the racetrack and through the Longacre Racing Products tech and scale area there at the top center of your screen.
Another win for Sunoco Race Fuels. So lap leaders tonight, Brandon Overton, he'll lead the most laps. MD3 most laps at 36 laps. Out in front, O'Neill leads the last 14 after Brandon Overton had a flat tire, and he ends up with a did not finish here tonight.
And that win for Hudson O'Neill, as long as he passes tech, will tie him with Brandon Shepard for 8th all-time in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series with now 37 career wins.
Unofficially, it's O'Neill, Moran, McCready, Davenport, Troutman, top 5. 6th, Brendan Smith. 7th, Blair. 8th, Bronson. 9th, Thornton. 10th, Clay Harris. 11th, Brian Shirley. Good rebound for him. 12th was Blair Nodorth. And Daniel Hilsebeck, 13th. 14th, Dan Ebert. 15th, Brandon Shepard. 16th, Dylan McCowan. All 50 laps complete. Then Brandon Overton in 17th. And Josh Rice Tyler Erb, Carson Ferguson, Corey Lawler, Boone Briggs, Garrett Alberson, Ryan Montgomery, and Corey Hedgecock.
So again, unofficially, the Hooker Trucking hard charger of the race, Kyle Bronson, up 17 positions from 25th to 8th in this one. Brendan Smith, a good run, up 10 spots from 16th to 6th. Clay Harris up 8 spots from 18th to 10th.
You got to give the hard luck to Brandon Overton, don't you? I mean, that's just
Yeah, I think so.
14 laps away from his first ever win here at Ocala.
As we await the 71 to get the thumbs up in the Longacre Race Products Tech and Scale area. Again, lucasdirt.com for all the latest news and scheduling information. And we will pack up and make our way to Golden Isles Speedway. Practice on Tuesday night, and then we race, and racing is live on Flow Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The live broadcast starts at 5:15 p.m. Hot laps get underway at 5:30 p.m. each night at Golden Isles.
He's kind of a wily veteran, right? His 8th year,
Yeah.
and he's just 25 years old, Ben Shelton.
Well, guys, it's official. Your winner tonight, Hudson O'Neill. He picks up $25,000, his third Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series win of the year, 37th of his career, 7th win overall. He's trying to figure out how to get across the sippy hole to get down here to Veland Victory Lane. As he's going to make his way down. We'll talk to him after this one. Elbows up here tonight. Mother Nature pounded the facility last night with a lot of liquid traction, and Huddy got to the lead, never looked back, and yeah, it's got that old East Bay look on the side of it with the dirt fading the graphics on that Big River Steel Wheeler Metals Merrill Bonding Longhorn number 71 as he makes his way into Veland Victory Lane. Second straight win here, $10,000 back on Thursday night, $25,000 tonight. He was a winner a week ago tonight over at All Tech Raceway. He's won at Volusia Speedway Park this year, and he also won out the Wild West Shootout and the K&L Rumley Motorsports number 6. It has been a big start to the year for the driver of car 71. As we said, overall 7 wins on the year after tonight, and he'll continue to be our Midwest Sheet Metal points leader as well with the Lucas Oil Series, the 2023 Series champion. And he's come out guns blazing in 2026. As he will step out of the car momentarily and grab that Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. And we'll talk about this one. Your winner tonight, Hudson O'Neill. That's the roof, pay the price, grabs the Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag. Confetti fills the air, and he'll hop down here at Ocala Speedway. A Veland Winter Nationals feature winner once again. His trusty sidekick making way down river, his wife Tessa, and we'll talk to Huddy as he picks up another one. Well, Hud, entering this year, you only had 1 win at Ocala. Now you got 3, man, and you go back-to-back in 2 totally different conditions. What are the emotions like right now?
Speechless. I don't even know what to say. What an amazing start to the year for this SSI Motorsports team. And, you know, we got to give credit where credit's due. You know, Kevin Rumley and Longhorn Chassis helped us some. And it's just so awesome to be in the situation I am. And whenever I cross a checkered flag, that was the first thing that came to my mind is I'm just speechless. Well, I try to give all the glory to God and just do the best that we can every day. And it's so awesome to be in this position. And it wouldn't be possible without all you fans, without these amazing racetracks, and without Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series for giving us a great place to race. And even though had a lot of rain yesterday and it was kind of uncertain today, Bubba and everybody here at Ocala Speedway worked their tails off to give us the best racetrack that they could, and it turned out to be pretty good. So thank you to all those guys. Thank you to my crew guys, Jason Durham, Riley Sheedy, Kyle Daly, Logan Scott, everybody that's a part of it, my wife Tessa. It's Todd and Vicki Burns back at home in SSI Motorsports. Thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys, and just try and enjoy every moment of it.
You were chasing Overton there, and then he has a tire go down. And it seemed like those guys were maybe bouncing the tires off the wheels. And did you have any concern as you were going through the holes, just the overall race car for 50 laps making it the distance?
Yeah, whenever I was running second to Overton there, whenever we would kind of get stretched out after the restarts, I was kind of running down through those holes, just off the gas a little bit, about half throttle, just making sure. I felt bad bouncing off the chip every time we left the hole, and then whenever we get to lap traffic, I'd try to pick it back up again. But then whenever I got the lead, I'm going. I looked at that board and I seen the 99 and the one car behind me, and I knew it was going to be some tough company. So I was just trying to get away as fast as I could, and no, this is just so awesome, and it wouldn't be possible without everybody on this race car: Wheeler Metals, Merrill Bonding Company, O'Neill Savage and Recycling, Professional Concrete, Big River Steel, USSSA Fast Pitch, Beeman Lumber, Houchins Insurance Group, Snowco Race Fuels, Penske Racing Shocks, Seven Spurs Ranch. Everybody that's a part of it. I know there's so many product sponsors and everybody that do so much on this race car, and we'll get them all on social media here in a little bit. But thank you to everybody that supports this 71 car, everybody that supports the number 6 K&L car. I'm very fortunate in my life right now to be in the position I'm in, and I'm happier than I've ever been behind the wheel of a race car, and I think the results are showing it. And we got a good group of guys with us right now. We just got to keep plucking away early in the season to be getting pumped up about how good we're running. We got to keep our nose down and keep working a little bit, and because these guys behind us, they're going to be chasing us hard. So we just got to keep going and see what we can come up with.
That is the last thing. You got 4 races left coming up at Golden Isles, but leaving Speed Weeks last year, a lot of people were like, "Oh no, what's wrong with HUD?" You know, and to come a full circle, does it make you appreciate it that much more?
Oh, absolutely. I'm so blessed and so fortunate, and I think the biggest thing that we did was we hired Jason Durham, and Jason Durham has been a pivotal piece of this, and really it's all him. My job's the easiest out of all my guys. I'm the one that gets all the credit, but I shouldn't get any. They're the heroes, and I appreciate every single one of them, and we'll celebrate tonight, and then we'll get back to work here at the beginning of the week.
Hudson O'Neill, he picks up $25,000 tonight. DJ James, I got to work this one out, getting to second and third. I'm going to throw it back up to you for a second.
Absolutely, Ben. Well, congratulations to Hudson O'Neill, and he will stretch out his Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series points lead heading into the opener of the Veland Winter Nationals at Golden Isle Speedway. Again, that starts on Wednesday evening.
I believe he left Speed Weeks last year 14th in points, DJ.
Yeah. So what a turnaround for that team. The driver that finished second in this one tonight, all the way down at the end of the front straightaway. The driver that Roger Sellers Motorsports number 99, Devin Moran. And Ben making his way over to grab a word with the defending series champion. Ben, take it away when you're ready.
Well, it's the Big River Steel podium, but Ocala Speedway, we ought to call it the Devin Moran podium. You're on it every night, man. You got to second. And tonight, just not enough for the 71 car, but coming out of here with another podium finish, what does that mean to you?
Just a good points night, the 71 car, they're just a little bit better than we are right now, and he can get up front quicker than we can, I've got to figure out the only two heat race wins we have all the Speed Weeks, we won the feature those nights. So just got to keep working on the early night package and get ourselves started up front, and we can get there at the end of the night, we just got to start up there.
Tonight, it was cowboy up, elbows up. Is your riding second? Is tonight one of those where it's so hammered down it's hard to find a way around him? Or was there anything you thought might be the one little inch you had if you were going to get to the lead?
Yeah, honestly, first of all, Bubba and them guys did a way better job than any of us expected. We all thought it was going to get really, really rough and be really bad. And it had a little chop, but it was definitely way better than I think everybody expected. So shame on the people that went home. I know Haskell's and a couple of my buddies went home, so shame on them. But all in all, they did a great job. And this Double Down Motorsports Longhorn car was good. I felt like we were really good. And if I was going to pass Hudson, it was going to be from his mistake, whether he went over the banking and 3 and 4, he pushed and got into the wall or something in 1 and 2. So I was trying to maintain a close distance, but at the same time, not get any flat tires or bring my motor down or anything else. So like I said, we'll 4 for 4 on the podium here. We can't complain.
Guys, Devin Moran second tonight on the podium, and I'm going to take a small excursion down to the front straightaway, so back up top to you guys.
Absolutely. Devin Moran has never finished outside the top 10 in Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competition here at Ocala Speedway, and he solidifies that with another solid run here tonight, finishing second. And Ben is going to make the long hike down the front straightaway to talk with your third-place finisher, Tim McCready. As those of you watching at home, take a look at River down there in Victory Lane, celebrating with Dad and Mom. A winner once again here in the Veland Winter Nationals at Ocala Speedway, and his 7th overall win of the year. The driver that rounded out the Big River Steel podium is down there with our very own Ben Shelton.
Tim McCready won tonight. It was elbows up. The veteran, you came through. You come away with a podium finish. Tonight, this racetrack, I know probably not what anybody, we didn't know we were going to have, but from where it started to where it ended, what was your perspective on it?
I mean, it stayed pretty tacky the whole time. You know, hats off to Bubba and his guys. They could have easily wrote it off and quit because it's such a big purse. And I don't think anybody would have blamed them if they did, but they worked hard, and I hope we did them justice out there. But it was just, you know, all you wanted to get tonight.
Tim, you and this Briggs Transport team, you've had some speed to start the year. You wanted Volusia. You come away with a podium tonight. Man, as you look ahead, few races left in speed weeks, but what is the confidence level like for this team?
I mean, it's just like anything. Sometimes when you walk up, it depends on what time of day it is. You know, with me, I always like to think I can do it. I know the team can do it. They're just waiting on me to make the right moves, you know. So it's really good for this whole team. I want to thank everybody, Access Storage, Johnstown's Hydraulics, One Rail, Sherlock Ventures, Flawless Roof and Chachi's here, Greg's here from Access. It's such a good deal, and everybody that gets behind this team, Jeff Farrell, Clemens Engines, Bill Stein Shocks, the whole thing, Briggs Transportation, Trans 58. I know I've missed a bunch of them over, and there's one I've got in the back. Clyde Johnson and his whole team came on board a week or so ago, so it's a pleasure to drive for these guys. Thank Boom, Steve, you know, his mother, sister, the whole Jaquay family, and Logan, Walmart, everybody that does this, because this isn't easy. Bazell, Chubb, obviously, it takes an effort. And you know, to Glenn, he worked on this motor. I didn't like how it ran a year ago, and he worked on it, and we finally got a chance to see if it was tacky enough to, and it runs really hard. So it's a step in the right direction, Longhorn chassis and the whole program. And if I forgot you, I'll do better. It's when I get more consistent up here, I'll be able to remember everybody. Say hi to Karen, Cambria, and Gavin. Cambria's birthday was yesterday, so can't wait to get home, hopefully by Monday.
It was a champions night tonight on the podium. Two-time Lucas Oil Late Model Earth Series champion Tim McCready, third defending champion of the series. Devin Moran in second, and 2023 series champion and current point leader Hudson O'Neal atop the Big River Steel podium. Guys, a cowboy up night here at Ocala.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at your race recap in this one, James. And it all started with Drake Troutman and Brandon Overton on the front row.
Yeah, Brandon Overton looking for his first win since Circle City last May, and his first win here at Ocala. 36 laps out in front of this one. He was looking good. 14 laps away from a 25K to win payday. And it all goes away with a left rear tire down, and he had to go to the pits right there. And then he came back out, ran a few more laps, but a DNF here tonight for 76.
Absolutely. 36 laps led for Brandon Overton. As you said, James Hudson O'Neal would inherit the lead. He led laps 37 through 50, including a rash of cautions late in this one. 5 total Hellraiser Jacks caution flags flew over the course of this 50-lapper. But when all was said and done, it was the current series points leader Hudson O'Neal getting his 7th overall victory here in 2026, and he will leave Ocala Speedway as the series points leader the same way that he entered racing action here tonight. Ben Shelton, your final thoughts as we wrap up the final night of action here at Ocala.
It was a wild week here at Ocala Speedway, and I tell you what, the track staff stayed after it, the racers stayed after it, the series stayed after it, and my biggest takeaway, the fans showed up and showed out. Fantastic turnout in the grandstands all week. It's been fun in Florida, guys. It's time to head up to Georgia, Golden Isles next week, and we'll wrap up the V1 Winter Nationals. Back up to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Ben. We appreciate that. We'll see you at Golden Isles. Well, James, that's a wrap on a week of racing here at the Bubba Clem promoted and owned Ocala.
How about this for numbers? First, second, and third started 4th, 5th, and 6th. Look at those two. Look at those two goofballs.
No shortage of action over the course of the week here at Ocala Speedway on a night that we honestly weren't sure if we were even going to get it in after all of the rain from the previous night, but we do, and it was Hudson O'Neal coming out on top. On behalf of Ben Shelton and James Essex, this is Dustin Jarrett signing off. We'll see you Wednesday night at Golden Isles Speedway.